All right. So people at home, we have reviewed direct and indirect characterization. Make sure you know what those things are. Now we're going to talk about thank you ma'am character map that you are required to fill out. So first thing, at the top it says protagonist. Protagonist is the main person in the story, our main character, Roger. Okay. Underneath it, it says motivation. Okay. Why he does what he does. So let's fill that one in first. Okay. We'll do the first one together so that we have some sort of idea. Motivation. What is his motivation for doing what he does? First of all, what does he do? He tries to rob the lady, right? What is his motivation for trying to rob her? He wants blue suede shoes, right? So underneath where it says motivation, why he does what he does, I want you to write, he wanted a pair of blue suede shoes, right? That served as the impetus for his actions, right? That is the reason he did what he did. Now, underneath there, you'll see it says motivation, concrete detail. Prove his motivation. Quotes with page numbers. Now, I'm not super concerned about page numbers. It's 2 pages, right? You can put page 1 or 2 if you want to. But give me a concrete detail. So what I'm looking for is a quote from the story that shows he wanted blue suede shoes. An exact quote, right? There are multiple ones that you could pull from. And then I want you to write that quote there. Now, if you don't have the quote, that's fine. You can come back to it. I'm going to move ahead really quickly just so I can explain some things. And then I will let you take off and run on your own. Next one. Next category says internal conflict. Right? What is an internal conflict? Anybody? Anybody know what that is? Internal conflict. What's a conflict? A problem, right? Problem. If I say you and I, we have conflict, that means we have a problem, right? Internal conflict and external conflict. Let's establish the difference between the two. What's an external conflict? Say what? With someone else is an example of an external conflict, right? It is a conflict that is external, that is outside of yourself, right? You have beef with somebody else in the school building, that's an external conflict. You have, you are trapped in a forest and a bear is trying to eat you. That is an external conflict, something outside of yourself, okay? And by that logic, we would then say an internal conflict is what? Say it again. Conflict within yourself, right? That means there's something that you're struggling with on the inside, right? Megan, if they have prom, you gonna go to prom this year, you think? Not gonna have one of these upperclassmen dudes? No? You're like, man, forget them. I get it. Fellas, if it's a prom this year, you gonna go? That's what I'm saying. Get one of these older chicks to take you, because it's gotta be a junior or senior, right? In that case, we'll use Bo as an example. Let's say prom comes around. Bo's a ladies' man, right? He got all the upperclassmen chicks trying to get at him. She's like, man, we trying to take Bo, right? Bo's internal conflict would be, man, do I take this one, that one, that one? I'm so conflicted. I don't know. So many bad chicks, I don't know which one to take, right? That would be an internal conflict. On a more serious note, using someone like Roger who decides they're going to rob somebody. The internal conflict is, do I rob this person? Do I not? Right? If I rob this person, it leads to X, Y, and Z. Okay? Potentially. Something that you're struggling with inside. In a couple years, you guys are going to make one of the biggest decisions of your life, right? You're going to graduate high school, and you're going to decide what you want to do with your life. You're going to go to college, you can go to the military, you can go straight to the workforce. What is it that you're going to do? Okay? For a lot of people, that's a conflict. That's an internal conflict. That's a struggle. Like, I don't know which school I'm going to go to. I don't know exactly what choice I'm going to make. Okay? So we understand the distinction between internal and external conflict. Yes? Any questions? Okay, good. So internal conflict, it's going to ask you, now we're not going to do them all together, but I just want to make sure you understand each thing. So, internal conflict, what internal issues does his motivation create? So his motivation of wanting blue suede shoes, what internal conflict does it potentially create within him? We kind of touched on it a little bit, right? Next one, internal conflict, concrete detail. Prove his internal conflict. So if you say he's struggling with a decision, give me something from there, from Brooks. Don't make me harm you, man. Turn that off, brother. Turn that off. If you say that he's struggling with something inside, I need something from the story to show me that he's struggling inside. Okay? And there's one I'm thinking of off the top of my head, but if you come across it, we'll end up talking about it. Okay? Everybody with me so far? Okay. And then lastly, there are 4 here. Internal conflict resolution. Resolution, how is it solved? Right? How does he get over this internal conflict, or how is this internal conflict solved? And then, again, they're asking you internal conflict, concrete detail resolution. So once you tell me how it was resolved, you must then tell me what in the story shows you that it was resolved. Right? What's the proof? Okay? And then they do the exact same thing with the external conflicts. Okay? Any questions? All right. I'm going to give you some time to work on that. I don't know. I probably won't give you the whole class, but I'll give you some time to work on it, and then we'll probably move on to something else. Understood? All right. Good luck. Go to it. If you have questions, please ask.